Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Yeah, lesson underscore trx underscore reuse. Create. Yeah, now we need to select our mapping. So mapping underscore trx underscore reuse. Say okay. And done. Yeah. So that's it. Like how one can use it. And now start connecting this. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So let us not touch anything. Let us run it. It should work because we'll see target also will not change because it will store in some target location, right? We know it. Let us run it because let's not waste time for typing that. Because let me cover as many topics as I can. Yeah, this is running, right? Yes, it's perfect, successful. Now we can go and look at that in this what pre-built target, pre-defined target. So server info shared, we have a TGT files, right? We know that location, right? Info shared TGT files. You'll have target here. Yeah, can you see here? We got the target 17th, right? Today's date. Open that. So we got the data. That's all. Very simple. Yeah. So this is how we could able to get the functionality of what reusability. I think everybody has got no. The server info shared. Yes, perfect. Yeah. Info server info shared and then TGT files. This is a location. Yeah, you can just open this. First one is a target. Yeah. Right click, open with the notepad. Fine. And Priyanka, is it successful, Priyanka, or is failed?
Successful.
Just use control. Yeah, perfect. Now go to the target location and see the result, madam.
Yeah.
Susha, madam, you're observing, right? And Dinesh also. Yeah. Perfect. Now the next question: how to build the set of transformations, or let us say maplet, we call, or sub mapping, which means part of the mapping functionality we will build it within the maplet and rest will be taken care in at mapping level. So how do you do it? That's the next question. The main goal of this reusability is what anybody can make use of this reusable functionality. Like transformation, we built it, right? So anybody can just drag and drop. They don't need to rebuild it. Remember, that is the beautiful beauty of this particular reusability. Now let us select maplet workspace. Yeah. So I think with this all will be covered. Maplet designer, right? So we'll just use a source target here. Yeah, let us say source is the department number. Yeah. So maplet, yes. So I'll just put here maplet for filter. Let's take this. So maplet for filtering. Yeah. Fine. Say okay. Yeah. Maplet filter. Yeah. Now, so we got department stuff, right? Now there is a one transformation. Go to transformation, create, where you can type M. maplet output. Can you see here? I'll just put MO, which is maplet output, which means what? Output of this particular set of transformations will be stored in a target object, which is what I call maplet object, yeah, or maplet output object to be precise. Yeah. And then say click on create and done. And that's it. Now we can just map the result of one or more transformations to a target. That's it. Over. So now if you want to add some condition here, go to source qualifier and supply the filter condition. Let us say we expect department number less than 40, because our goal is what? Eliminate the number of records by using what? Maplet. That's simple functionality. Likewise, you can extend this with any complex functionality. Yeah, done, right? Dinesh, Priyanka, yes, Delhi and Social observing. Fine. Once we do that, next step is what? Say okay. Yeah, and then save it. Control S. Yeah. Yeah. Now maplet is valid. Once it is valid, next step is what? We can also go and see separate category now, which is maplet category, where you will have our maplet. Can you see here? Maplet filter. This is how we build what? The maplet. Next, how to use this particular maplet so that we can get the desired functionality. Now, to do that, so we need to go to mapping designer. Yeah. So let us go to mapping designer and create a new mapping. Go to mappings menu, select what? Create. Yeah. Apply the mapping name, mapping underscore, I'll just put maplet. So mapping underscore maplet. Yeah. And supply and say okay. Yeah. Once it is done, next step is what? We can start making use of it. Maplet, right? So just drag and drop the maplet here. Yeah. So we dragged and dropped. Now let us say we can send the result of this particular maplet to a target, just to understand whether our maplet functionality is going to work or not. That's it. Likewise, we can use, after maplet we can use any number of transformations also. Yeah. So that's it. Save it. See, now this particular mapping is valid. With this we know how to create a maplet, how to use it in the top level mapping, right? Next step, all done, right? Priyanka, Delhi is done. Priyanka is also, Priyanka is very fast. So now let us go and build workflow. Go to workflows, select create. Yeah, workflow underscore what the name, which is I'll just put maplet, right? Hit enter. Now go to task and select what? Create. Supply the session task name. I'll just put session underscore maplet. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Say okay and done. Yeah. Now connect all that same as earlier. Oh my God. Hey, system has become slow. Huh? What happened suddenly? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Fine. Let us save it and run it. Yeah. Yeah. Don't change anything. Let's go with the default because we have already done it, right? Start workflow. Yeah. So now it's running, right? Maplet thing. Let's wait for some time. Yes. Now it is successful. So this is how one can start what the building a maplet, all that. So let's verify the result. Yeah. The target, no. Go back to this and we can see timestamp, all that. So we got data. See. So this has got some function or department number, whatever. That's what we can able to see it. Yeah. So that's it. Like whatever you have it, right? You'll get that result. Yeah. This is how we can start building a maplet and use it. And next is what I think task level reusability. That's the next thing I talked about. Maplet is done. Tasks are very simple. Yeah. So go to workflow manager. Yeah. Now can you see task developer here? We have not used so far, right? Now only we are just trying to use, right? So these are all required for developer. That's why I'm trying to cover this. Yeah. We're all here, right? Yeah, perfect. Now go to task menu, select create, and supply the session name. Session underscore, let's say task reuse. Task type, let us say session. Session is one type of task, right? Reuse. And then click on create, and any mapping you can use it. Yeah. So let's say mapping aggregator, whatever. Fine. Done. That's it. Now once you build this task, right? Now you'll have separate task, yeah, sessions, right? Can you see? Under sessions, our task can be seen. Let us save it. Yeah. Now anybody can just drag and drop and use it. Now let us build the workflow. Go to workflow designer and call it itself. Yeah? Let us call it here existing workflow. Yeah, and then connect it. Connect from start task to what? Session task. That's all. Now we are trying to call reusable task within the workflow and then save it. So click on what? Select what? Control S or Control S or select save from repository. Yeah, this one. Fine. That's it. Now we can just run it. We don't need to do anything, right? Let's all configure. Run it. Yeah. We can just observe the results. Yeah, it's running, right? Two tasks are running in parallel. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Successful, right? Perfect. Now, so whatever is happening within this particular task, right? So we could get corresponding result. Yeah? That result can be seen within this target, like whatever it's doing aggregation, right? So some, yeah, some aggregation you can see, some result, right? So that's it. Like how one can start performing building what? Uh, reusable task. So especially we focused on reusable session level reusability we have done, right? So that's it about reusability part. There's one more type of reusable task which is worklet. Yeah. So worklet, go here, select workflow manager. I think this is done, right? Priyanka, Delhi, Dinesh, Sasha. Yeah. Yes, it's working, right? Priyanka and Delhi.
Yeah, yeah. Working. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Now next is what we can also build worklet. Can you see here? There's a worklet designer, which means what? Sub workflow. That's what it means. So for that, go to worklet. Can you see here? Create a worklet. So worklet name, I'll just put here. So worklet for reuse. Fine. So worklet for reuse, enter. Then let us select any task. Task also I'll use reusable thing. This one, right? That's it, over. Yeah. So this way we can save a lot of time. If you have reusable blocks, right? So I just connected over. So worklet is built and save it. Control S. Yeah. Now we'll have one more category, right? Under worklet, we could able to say worklet name here. Now let us go to workflow designer and call this worklet. Let us build a new workflow. So workflow with worklet. Yeah. Workflow with worklet in it. Right, no? So once it is done, so say enter. Now create a task which is based on what worklet. Yeah, see, I'm just dragging and dropping, yeah, and connect it. This is same as earlier. Yeah. So worklet is also one type of task, you can say. That's it, over. Then save it. Yeah. After that, rest is same, running part, right? Yeah. So go to workflows and start workflow. Yeah. Yeah. Result should be same anyway because we are using same task under worklet. Yeah, it's successful anyway. Now we can go and see the result. Stop 524, right? Which is Australian time. So we got the same result because we are using within a worklet session task, which is reusable session task. The result should be same. Yeah. So that's it. Like all types of reusable activities supported by Informatica. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. About reusable stuff. Well, with this, we'll take a break for lunch. After we come back, we will talk about. So we have got different types of other tasks which I did not talk about. Like we have what like we have a command task, decision, whatever. I'll try to cover one or two, so rest you guys can explore. Yeah. So now, so let us try to understand different types of tasks. Yeah. So if you go and look at here, task create, right? In this drop down, we can see multiple tasks. Like first is what session task, second is a command task, third is a decision task, event wait, event trace, assignment, worklet, timer, yeah, control. These are different types of tasks supported by Informatica. So let me give one line description for each, then we'll get into practical part of it. Session task, it is just like an object for invoking the mapping, and command task where we can write our own commands, batch commands or shell commands, so that we can see the effect of this shell script within this Informatica. For example, let us say, so we need to start performing some cleanup, or we need to start performing some what you call creation of some empty files, or we need to perform, let's say, performing some other flushing activities. So for such things or any other thing which is not supported by Informatica pre-built activities, right? So we can write a script, or we can write a simple batch command or shell command. Yeah. A decision task will be used in order to perform checking the condition. For example, let's say there are three tasks within the workflow. So based on the status of task 1, task 2 should be executed. So to do that, we use what decision task. So that's an example of what I call decision task. Yeah. Now the next step is what, likewise you can think of many. Yeah. So whatever condition that you want, right? Based on that, So downstream task will be executed. So next, event wait. So event wait, one of the example, event means just like a trigger, right? So trigger like message or it could be anything. For example, so one of the event that is supported by this guy is what file watcher event. Meaning, let us say we expect some file to be arrived at 6 a.m. IST. In that case, we can use event wait and specify the time. Let us say our time, if not time, specify the file. As and when the file arrives, then only execute this particular workflow or task. So that is where event wait will be used, which means till the file arrives, no, we'll be waiting to start the workflow. As and when the file comes in, workflow will start getting executed. We'll see that. Event raise, which means raising an event. For example, so let us say we raise an event, okay, start workflow event or abort workflow event, whatever. So then email is very straightforward. So let us say if you want to notify the status about this particular what you call task or workflow or session to appropriate recipients. So how do you do that? We can do it by using what email task, yeah, where you can specify to CC, BCC, description, attachment, all that, body, all that, yeah. Timer where we can specify the uh, when to invoke this. So date and time also you can specify, and then assignment, assigning value to any variable. So define any variable, assign value to it. Yeah, that's where assignment operation will be used for, especially when you get some data from the sources, right? So we assign some variable to it and use that variable like wherever you want. Yeah. So worklet part we discussed, which is a sub workflow. So which means part of the workflow things would be taken care here. If you need such kind of functionality, we can always do that. Controlling control in the sense as the name suggests. So we have got different types of pre-built controls like a fail me or fail parent if this current task fails, or fail something if something happens. Yeah? So which means what we can control. Let us say we have reached 3 tasks out of 4 tasks completed. Yeah, and as long as you reach third task, let's say we need to make it fail, because we don't expect this workflow to be reached up to three. If it reaches, then use this task so that control task select what fail me. So we don't expect fail. Or if you expect success, you can also put success. So what you call control. Yeah. So that's where control task will be used for. This simple way to describe. Now let us try to understand like how to create the workflow with one by one task. Let us start doing it. Yeah. Let us build the workflow. Yeah. I repeat. Let us start building the workflow. Yeah. Supply the workflow name. Yeah. Yeah. Go to tools. What you need to do is here. Delhi. Yeah. In a say open so that you'll get to see. I think you are waiting for this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, yes. Now you can create a workflow. Go to workflows and create it. Yeah. Priyanka, I can start doing. Priyanka is there. It has not come back. Now, let's start doing it anyway. So workflow underscore what I'll just put tasks. Yeah. Workflow tasks. Yeah. Yeah. So let us creation of a new task. Go to task menu and select what? Create. Yeah. Supply the task name as a session task. That's the first thing we are trying to do. Create and select whatever task that you want. Yeah, it is done. Yeah. Now let's go to task. Select the link task. Connect it. Yeah. So let the target whatever is there, right? Let it be there. So first let's execute this. We have already done it. One by one we'll do it to avoid confusion. Let's run it first. Yeah. Yeah. So go to monitor. Yeah, first one, right? It is successful. Yeah. So we can see here in workflow log, you know, like the status of it. See, session started right here, and then session completed successfully. So we don't need to go to session log. Here itself we can see. Yeah. So like what is happening here. That's one way. And second is what you can just click on it. Yeah. In the right bottom, can you see here? Here also we could able to see. Yeah. Like whatever is happening for this particular session, right? So task details, you can just expand and look at source, target, all that. Yeah. So let me pull it up. Yeah. So where you can see it. Yeah. Attribute name, all that, right? So now let us start getting into next one, which is building another task. Huh? So far it's done, right? Really? Yeah, perfect. Now let's go to task menu and then create. Here, let us select. That's a command task for second one. Yeah? The supply command task here. That's a CMD underscore task. Yeah, and click on create and done. Right. So let us connect start task to what command task. So double click on command task where we can specify the commands here. Yeah. Click on add a new command. Supply the command here. Yeah. For example, let's say we need to redirect the list of folders and corresponding files to some other file. How do you do that? So Windows, now our Informatica is under Windows, right? So we can issue what? Windows batch commands. So dir is one of them, right? So apply dir and then specify, let us say C colon slash target slash dir or dirs.txt.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Yeah. So dir command where current directory is going to file. Current directory will be what? Wherever this pmcmd we have, right? Server bin. So whatever folders and files we have in that particular server bin, right? All of them will be redirected to dis.txt file. So that's what we need to look at. Yeah. So start applying this. Yeah. So once it is done, say apply and then OK. Right. Now we can just save it. Go to repository and save it. So workflow is valid anyway. Now let's run it. Yeah, fine. So let us look at the monitor. Yeah, can you see here now? We can able to see two tasks. One is a session task and other is what? Command task, right? Both are successful. Yeah. So see, if you click on double click on this command task, right? Can you see right bottom? Instance name is command task type command. So we could able to see the status, start time, end time, status message, or detailing. Yeah. This is fine. Now let us go and look at the result in the target folder, right? Because we redirected this result of dir command. So dir command result should be from server bin like extproc, java lib, native, nls plugin, all that, right? Folders and other files also should be available as part of it. Yeah. Now let us go to that C drive and select target folder. Yeah, can you see dirs folder, right? First one, dirs file actually. So double click and see that result. Yeah. See, these are all, see, we can see directory is what this is a directory. Under that, we have got all the files and we can also see directories in the bottom. Yeah. Yeah. So all the files and directories. That's it. This is how we could able to get to see what in this particular what you call dir command. Like whatever dir command works, no, under normal command prompt, same thing. We are redirecting to what a target file. That's all we are doing here. Nothing else. Yeah. All the files and folders can be seen. Yeah. Clear, right? This is a second type of task. Really, is it working? Yeah, perfect. Now let us start getting into the next step, which is going to be what create another task. Go to task menu, select what? Create, and select another task, which is, let us say, okay, event wait. Let us take decision only. Let's go to the sequence, decision task. Nice. And supply the decision. Go to done and drag and drop. Go to task menu and link task. Yeah. Select start task. Get it connected to decision task. Yeah. Right. Now double click on this decision. Go to properties. Yeah. Can you see here? So this is where we need to define the decision. So for that, click on down arrow button. Yeah. Connect start task decision task. Delhi. Yeah, connect start to session. Yeah, perfect. Now let's go here and now go to properties, expand, click on down arrow button. Can you see here command task? Here, if you want to look at the status of command task within this, we can do it. Let's say go to status. If it returns, let us say 0, yeah, then we can proceed further type. Yeah, so such kind of decisions we can take by using session task. Not only this command task, we can also get the status or error code from session task. So based on the status, or based on success rows, or based on fail rows, or based on start time, whatever, right? So we can use one of these pre-built what you call functions to check the status or to check the result of it. Based on that, we can go with the rest of the actions. Click on validate and then say OK. Yeah, perfect. Validate status equal to 0. You can put because status just a pre-built task, pre-built list activity. So what is the value we expected? Status equal to 0. Yeah, fine, perfect. Now let us say OK. So let's go and run this this workflow and see whether decision works or not. It is saved. Now let us start the workflow. Yeah, so let us check this. Did we execute this? We need to execute. I think we have done it. Yeah, let me go to monitor it. Yeah, now can you see here? So it's running now. Yeah, dollar successful. So decision is also what? Successful. Yeah. So that's it. If you want, you can just see the status here also downside, like no time, all that. Yeah, fine. So that's it. Now let's move on to what next. So another task. Go to task menu, select create and add another task. Go to task. Let's second next is what? Event wait. So event wait, what it does? So we need to wait for some event to occur, like file watcher event we discussed, right? Let us try doing it. I'll just put here file watcher event. Yeah, fine. And click what create. Say done. Yeah. Now, now connect start task to what this particular event wait. Yeah. Now double click on this. Yeah, file watcher event. Yeah, yeah, yes. Now you are ahead of me, right? So now go to properties where we can see what delete file watch file or whatever. In case if you want after looking at it, right? After completion, whatever, right? We can just delete, or we can specify the event. So this is a file watch event. So please enter the file name to watch. Yeah. So let us supply, let us say C colon slash let's say source slash seq underscore one dot txt. Yeah. So click on apply and then say okay. So if the file is available, then the this task will be completed, or else it will be waiting for it. Yeah. Let us see that. Yeah. Now we just clear the file which is available, so you should execute it. Yeah. Let us run it. After that, we'll go and change the file name. Oh, what I did, I did wrong. I selected recover. Fine. Let us run it anyway. Right click and start workflow. Yeah. 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 Now, so if you go and look at this monitor, right? See, file watcher event is completed. Now, let's go to that source folder where we'll go and change that name, which is, let's say, CQ12. I'll just put SCQ11, right? So we should get error because the file is not available. Not error. It will be waiting for this file to come. Yeah. Let us see. It will be in what waiting mode. Yeah. Let us see that. Yeah. Can you see yet? File watcher event is running mode only. Yeah. So it will be running always. Yeah. So it will be succeed only when the file arrives. Remember. Yeah. You can see, right? File watcher event. Yeah. This one. Right. Now let us go and change the name to what? SCQ1, so that it will be complete automatically immediately. Once it's changed, right, it will complete. See, so now if you go and look at it, it will have been completed already. See, success. So that's it. So this is how the file watcher event works. In the sense, as and when the file arrives, no, it would be completed, or else it will keep on waiting. So what we do normally, after start task, we use this file watcher event. Then we use what? Some other type of task. So that if the file arrives, no, next task, let us say session task, it needs to make use of this particular file. So that, or else if you don't use this file watcher event and directly run the session, no, it will fail because the file unavailable of the file, right? So such things will be taken care by using what? File watcher event. Yeah. So let's go and add, let us after file watcher event, the session task where it uses this file. Yeah. So that it will have business meaning, because we have one yeah, let us take this workflow source target only, first example which we did. This is an example. This uses what? The file, right, which we have which we are waiting for. What happened? I opened it. Oh, instead of session I called I opened workflow, sorry. Where is the workflow task? Yeah, let's open that. Fine. So now within this we need to call session task, yeah, which we already created, right? Oh, where is that? It's in the top. And let's say this is the one. Yeah. So this session has got SEQ1 usage, right? So let us go and connect this file watcher event to what? Session task, right? And then save it. This makes sense because this session uses what that particular file dependency. This how we can also define what dependency based on file watcher. Yeah. Now we can just go and run. It makes sense. Yeah. So this is how one can start building what multiple types of tasks. Yeah. It would have been completed anyway. So, but we can still check. See, all are successful. Yeah. So we talked about some tasks. So likewise, we have some more tasks. So let's say create and select event wait, event raise. Yeah. So event raise basically prerequisite for using this particular task would be what we would have already what created event at workflow level, in the sense global events. So we can use that event to raise here, so that as and when this event comes in, we can execute what downstream tasks. Remember, yeah. In that case, we go with event raise. Yeah? Event wait is basically based on file arrival. This is based on event arrival. That's a simple way to remember. Yeah? Okay, what is this? Something wrong happened. So let us link it anyway. So connect start to what? Event raise. Yeah? Now, yeah, now we can start what you call making use of existing events. Yeah? If we have events, right, user defined events, we can use it. We don't have anything, right, at this workflow level. So what need to be done? We need to define it. Where to define? Yeah. So go to that workflow, edit, workflows, edit. Let's go to that. Delay and others. Click on edit. Then we have variables. Define variables. Like whatever this variable does, variable has got some value. Let us say 111, whatever. Yeah. So go to workflow, workflows, edit, and add one or more variables. Yeah. Say enter. That's it. Now we added event. Now use that event to raise it as part of this workflow. So go to properties. Now click on down arrow button. Yeah. Now, oh, still event is not available. How come? Where it went? Let me see. Did I add that event or not? Oh, I did variables. Click on events and supply event name. Yeah. I added variable actually, not event. Yeah, fine. Now let's go to event raise. Go to properties. Now you will see that particular event. Can you see here? New event. That's it. So likewise, you can add what? N number of events within this particular same workflow. Yeah. Yeah. Say okay, Delhi. That's it. Can add a description if you want. Yeah. Say okay. Then go to properties and specify this event. Yes. Say okay. That's it. Perfect. Now, yeah. If you want, you can just run before we go to next type of task. Let's run it, because we'll get confused if we run all in one shot, right? So we need to understand one by one, see whether each thing works properly or not. Yeah. Yeah, see, all are successful. One session is running. Let's wait for that. Yes, that's also successful. So all are done, right? So now, if you want to look at every status or every task status, go to workflows and get what workflow log. So workflow log, we can see all the task status, one shot. Yeah. So now we can see, right, start. So from here, workflow started, then session task, command task, decision task, file watcher, event raise, all of them have been started. Then we can see status of each decision, event wait started, completed, and then session task started, completed, and then we can see all, yeah, one by one, right from top to bottom. Finally, we could able to see workflow got successful after completion of all sessions, right? So that's it. Now let us go and add one more task, which is going to be worklet. Worklet, I think we have already done. Yeah. So select worklet and connect start task. Go to task menu, link task, and select start task with what? Worklet task. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, select link task. Yeah, that's it. This anyway we have already done independently. Here we are trying to put together all types of tasks in one workflow. Yeah. So that once you look at this particular workflow, right, we can see all the tasks which are covered. Yeah, fine. Now yeah, so now we can just yeah, run it, because we added new thing, right? So then we'll go with some other task, which is I think last but one. Yeah. So see, still some are running. Yes, perfect. All done, right? Successful. That's it. Yeah. Now let us start getting into understanding of what I call another task. Yeah. So which is going to be, let us say, email. We cannot do it because configuration is required, and control task. Yeah. Just to check fail or pass or fail parent, whatever, right? I will put here control task. So let us say we don't expect the control to come after the worklet, which means worklet should not be successful. Let us say that is our input. Now, in that case, what we need to do? Let us connect worklet to what? Control task. Let us do that. After that, what we need to do? In control task, we can what you call select the action, which means the control action after control within a control task. Further, can you see here? Fail me or stop parent, abort parent, or stop top level workflow, whatever. Let's see, if we say fail me, this particular task should be failed, because we don't expect this particular worklet to be successful. See, now if it reaches here, which means what? Fail me. Now let us see whether we get to see the task should be failed status now. Rest should be successful. Let us confirm that. Yeah. Yeah, just a minute.
Hello.
Yeah, so you got it right, like how we could able to see the effect of what you call different types of tasks supported by Informatica. Fine. Any questions here so far? Because we talked about different types of tasks. Now that
Just now I
we
connected.
need to understand.
Sorry, actually.
Oh, Dinesh, huh? Yes,
I was,
Dinesh.
yeah, I was missed last 1 or 2 hours sessions. Actually.
Yeah, I said like, yeah, that's what we could not able to see you. So that's fine. So you can start getting into it now. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Connect, Dinesh. So yeah, now let's move on. Yeah. The next step is going to be what? We need to start understanding like how to build these activities, yeah, which is other than control. Yeah. Let us try doing it. Yeah. So before that, so can you see here? This is what we expected. Control task got failed. We could able to see it here clearly. Yeah. So that's it. Now let us start. I think task almost done, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think task almost done. So email task anyway, we cannot configure here. Email is, we know, right? We just have to specify like what is required for email to work. That's it. So that's it about different types of tasks. Now assignment task is also there, assigning a value to a variable. So that part probably you guys can take the exercise. Yeah. Now, so let me give one business case. Business case is what? Let us say we get different files. Today 10 files, tomorrow 20 files, day after tomorrow 30 files, and so. How are we going to start what we call processing all the files in one go? Now, so far what we discussed was, if you get one file, you could able to perform like how to get it processed. If you get data from multiple files, for example, let me put example here, because so that's one of the important business case which we all need to understand. Yeah. So one file is what has got 2 records. Other file has got 10 records. Some other file 20 records. Whatever. Right? Let me put it here. This only. Copy paste. Yeah. There's a concept called list files concept, where we can start what taking care of n number of files data which can be read. For example, SEQ2. You can also start adding it. Everybody. I think Priyanka and Dinesh, everybody is there, right? So all. Anyway.
Yes.
Please enroll our general membership for $3.99 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $3.99 plan, and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.